It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, fellow basketball fans. Appreciate you joining us as we get busy with the second half of this NBA season. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
We're in the place they call the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, the home of the Raptors, where we're broadcasting live. Looking at Toronto, they took the win in their last game against the Nets.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Boston, Irving is out there with Cannon, and it's Hayward, then it's Taj Gibson, and it's Olynyk in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And, you know, Gordon Hayward was involved in one of the more fascinating NBA draft stories. It started after his father confirmed that Gordon would submit his name to the draft but would not immediately hire an agent.
Yeah, reportedly, Dad created a highly detailed 2-page questionnaire that he gave prospective agents, which is not something that's typical.
And on the topic of Hayward hiring an agent, it was reported that the questionnaire was just the beginning and that prospective agents also went through quite a grilling. In addition to that, you talk about a thorough process. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Gibson with the steal.
That's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right on top of the other.
Time to just slow it down, make the simple play, and get a good shot. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
You know, back to Hayward, obviously his first NBA contract was subject to the rookie wage scale, but his second contract, 4-year max deal. So whatever the Haywards have done as far as agent vetting, it's paid off.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Outside DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, Good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
He feeds it to Scola. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
And so it's Boston with it. It's a three-point game. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Irving's shot is good.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Raptors trail by 7. Scola at the elbow. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And a wide open look for Irving. Misses the 3.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Gibson wide open. He shoots. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Gibson's got himself on the board with 3 there. The Raptors have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Screen by Scola. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. DeRozan, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Nice ball movement by Boston. And Gibson kicks to Cannon. And again, Boston with the triple.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Hayward goes in, and it's Boston with another.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Back to Lowry. Gibson with the steal. It's stolen by DeRozan. Outside Lowry. Irving with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Gibson. Nobody back. And Hayward with the stuff.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Tyler Zellers checked in for Olynyk. Jerebko comes in for Taj Gibson. Crowder, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Cannon. And the Raptors miss again.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Good on the shot.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team. And you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Yeah, you know, there's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys have kind of rolled over during this run.
And so here's Toronto. They trail by 11. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
So it's Boston now after the Raptors pick up 2. And that one's good. That's now 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
String music scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Now here's Carroll. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That is his first foul of the game. Biombo, he's checked in for Luis Scola.
In for your Raptors, Bismarck Biombo.
Here's Carroll.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just like the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Here's Thomas. The Raptors getting the bucket. And again, Boston with the triple.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. The Raptors making a switch here. Joseph's checked in.
Corey Joseph.
Here's Valanciunas. 11 points for him in that last game against Brooklyn. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
The Raptors making a switch here. Powell's checked in. And then for Boston, Turner's checked in for Jay Crowder. Cannon comes in for Kyrie Irving. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Now here's Joseph. He had 10 points in the win against Brooklyn.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that one.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Count the bucket.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really like. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And for Smart, though, he still has a lot of work to do on his ball handling and passing. His shooting, I think, exceeded some people's expectations. 37% from the field last year was subpar, but his 34% accuracy from 3 was solid. He finally started going straight up on his jumper instead of leaning in, and his release looked money.
Ross, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Both good from the line that time.
You know, you talk about Smart's lackluster field goal percentage. Once he gets more comfortable with his ball handling and adjust to the length in the NBA, I think he'll convert more at the basket. That'll also create more drive and dish chances for him as well.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Smart leading the charge.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
And how thrilled must have Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance, Clark, with the boost in minutes, confidence of the coaching staff. His game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific. Good basketball IQ, too.
Ross kicks to Valanciunas. Poked away. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Now, here's Joseph. He's got 5. And the foul on Marcus Smart. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Raptors shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Some changes for Boston. Amir Johnson's checked in for Tyler Zeller, for Evan Turner. And Thomas subbed in for Smart. Here's Thomas. Boy, was he